Hot damn. Hot damn. Welcome to The Hang with Mike and Matt.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Matt. It actually worked. It threw me for a loop. It finally did what it was supposed to do, and I was like, oh. So I fucked it up still.
Now what do we do?
Now what do we do? What's going on, Matt?
Oh, you know,
Living the
so
dream?
much.
Are you living the dream?
You know, if
You're living the dream like I am?
If the dream is this, I am actually living the dream. Yes.
Hey, you know, it's not bad having a podcast / stream / whatever gig where you don't really have to have a boss.
It's just a hang.
Yeah, just hang out.
That's
Talk about what you want.
I have to tell you, when we were naming the show, and it was like a matchup, blah blah, and I really think The Hang is the perfect title for it.
It's a good name.
It's just it is what it is.
Because it is what it is.
We're not taking anything too serious. We're just hanging out. We're having some conversation, having a couple drinks. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Not paying attention to the chat like we should.
Is there anybody even there? We're streaming. A minute into it, cameras on both of us looking
right,
good. There's Brian 2172.
Right.
He's giving us the slow clap. It's like, I'm here. Doglog popped in. What's up, Doglog? Doglog, he flew down here for the meet and greet. He's a madman. Beavers smell like tuna. He said one time. He said, "I want to change my name." He said, "I feel it's just too offensive."
The beaver smell like tuna.
And I said, "No, I mean you can't change your name.
No,
it's just you are who you are because you just can't. Dude. Can you think of anybody who changed their name? Like Prince changed his name to a sign, and everybody's like, boo.
Yeah, but like at the meat hang that I wasn't invited to last year, when you guys did it and the listeners showed up, Donna had that great idea from what I saw pictures of people having name tags, right? So you're telling me this guy, did he show up and had a name tag that says, "Hello, my name is Beaver Smell Like Tuna"?
I believe so.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, you can't change that. You got to leave it. You got to leave it as is.
I don't know whether I can't remember. You put the full thing on there, or maybe you put just with beaver or tuna. Everybody would know. Maybe smells like would have been the best thing.
Yeah.
Smells like tuna.
You can't hit on a girl in the bar with just like a "Hello, my name is Beaver Smells Like Tuna."
No, it's not a good opening line.
Not a good look.
Oh, what's up? What's up, Beaver Smell Like Tuna?
Nice to meet you.
Classy guy. Alan from Jacksonville in the house. Big kahuna. Blind Lawrence. We are honored to have Blind Lawrence in the house. What's up? What's going on? How old are you now, Blind Lawrence? How old do you think he is?
You know, that's a great question. Blind Lawrence felt like he was maybe, I felt like he was like 18 years old when we first came across him. So I'd be curious to know that myself.
I'm going to guess that I'm going to say he's 45. Take a guess. Take a stab.
I'll go 42.
Let's see. Big Kahuna says 34. Blind Lawrence, I know you got to do the whole Braille deal and talk to text because you're fucking blind. But could you
make it snappy?
Make it snappy. How old are you? 36.
36.
What
okay.
did you say?
I said 40. I think.
Okay, so you're closer. 30. He was a pup.
He was
How old? Okay, that's a long
young
time
one.
ago.
Yeah, dude, he had to be like literally like 18, but he had that not photographic because he's blind, so that's not right. He had a good memory, whatever you call that if you're blind and you have a good, just a good memory. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, how do you memorize anything if you can't picture it in your mind?
Yeah, man.
What a weird thing. Okay, so if you're blind and they say, well, I can kind of tell what you look like by your face, feeling your face.
Yeah.
But you have no reference point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can feel it, but if you don't know what that looks like, and like it seems like a bunch of glippity-glop.
It would be a bunch of glippity-glop.
Doesn't make any sense.
They play the game where you try to figure out what things are by doing this, and you're like, I have no idea. And and you know what shit looks like.
Remember at Halloween parties, they played little games where it's like, oh, this is brains, but it's like gummy worms?
Exactly.
I wonder if Blind Lawrence can reach in and go, oh, I know exactly what that is. Like,
you can't fool him on the gummy worm game.
He knows exactly what the bread spaghetti, you silly fucks.
Blind Lawrence.
36?
36. So how old? See, I mean, how many years ago was that? That was Lemon Street. He was there. I know he was at Lemon Street.
I mean, that's 15 years. Easy.
Damn. Okay, now, take out your breather, your sip and puff, whatever blind mechanism you use to communicate with normal people, Lawrence. And tell us.
What do you think he uses? You think he's got a breathalyzer thing in his...
He's got one of those Sagan. What's the guy?
Stephen Hawking?
Stephen Hawking sip and puffs.
Did he sip and puff? I thought he did a keyboard thing. I thought he was...
Maybe that was Christopher Reeve who did this. The sip and
That's
puff.
what it was. Yeah, it was Christopher Reeve.
So today, Lawrence, it's always a limit. The gimmick has always been we've treated him ruthlessly and mean, but we love him to death. So
He's so great.
So it's just jokes, and he can take a joke.
And he has just an amazing mind for dates. It's crazy.
That's his gift.
That is a true gift. I can't remember what I did last week, and this guy's pulling stuff out of his pocket from what we did, at any given time 20 years ago. Like that to me, that's so insane.
Yep.
And it's almost like Elon Musk, because Elon's got that, he's got that weird memory too.
Yeah.
Where you can see an interview with Elon and they'll ask him something and you can see his eyes. Elon Musk's eyes change. And it's almost like
he's an alien.
Yeah, it's almost, he pulls up a thing and you can see his eyes dart around like he's reading a book.
He's got a computer in his brain that he's visualizing, because we have no idea what it's like to be a genius.
No.
And so he's just like,
just churning. And he's got all this information. He's just spitting it out. That's
how hard. See, if you're a blind person, that's a hard. If you're deaf, I think at least being able to do things without move around freely is a pretty big advantage. If you're blind, it limits everybody.
You can't drive.
It just limits your world.
Yeah.
And so like Lawrence to become a somewhat slightly entertaining and interesting person that we could use on the air.
Did you just call him slightly entertaining?
I can't be giving him a big head.
Speaking of slighting him. So for you, a blind dumbass, to become slightly entertaining for our fodder.
That's exactly what I was saying. No, he had a little bit of, he was always good.
Mm-hmm.
Like B. Fudd was always good. Not comparing him to a 62. But just saying somebody who had a gift for being good on the radio. He's just funny. He was just, the things he said were funny. And it was fun working with him. It was fun making fun of him as well, because I think he knows where everybody's hearts are around here.
I would hope so.
We'll tear you apart, but if we like you, we like you.
Yeah, he was great.
You got to do what you got to do for the radio,
I mean, the fact that we had another intern, Augie, and then Blind Lawrence, and we had Blind Lawrence tattoo just a random tattoo on Augie's ass.
That's a good one.
And then I believe we followed it up with a Cox here, like arrow tattoo, and then Blind Lawrence's tattoo was just scribbles.
Like
it was just literally scribbles.
Cox here pointing to in between his cheeks, meaning that he wanted anal sex.
Yep.
And he was willing to do that.
And then Blind Lawrence's tattoo next to it just scribbles. No reference, no whatever. Just a mind game, like a messed up labyrinth mind game.
You could probably get rich. You could get rich if you're a blind guy and you just learn to operate a tattoo gun. That's what you just knew you could do. And you open one up, and people would all over the internet would be posting their fucking Instagram pictures of, I went to the blind guy and it's got their squirrels.
And it's really good, or it's
terrible.
It's
terrible. And there's all different because he's just
an authentic
and
Blind Lawrence tattoo.
He's the only guy who's blind at tattooing. It's a gimmick. And you get in, you get out. You milk it for a year. You're gonna make. I'm telling you, people are so insane to find something new that they can put on their Instagram that nobody else has, and the next big thing.
Yeah.
I went and got this guy who's blind, and people would be news would be in store. Okay, just open. Okay, tomorrow, Blind Lawrence opens up a blind tattoo shop, and I call all three news agencies, and I say, this blind guy's opened up they're all up at the tattoo shop. That's a great story, right?
It is a great story. And then 30 days later, the landlord's knocking on the door going, "Sir, rent's due."
I'm telling you, you got to be like, what's the guy that worked for Trump, the Stone guy? You got to
Roger Stone.
You hire 20 people to show up, so they're there when the news gets there, and everybody's waiting in line to get their blind tattoo, and they're telling them, you work people, you can work.
Wait.
Look at the pandemic, man. You can start a fad if you work it like that.
There's so much on this. So one. What was the terrible tattoo that guy Roger Stone got in his back? Isn't it like a face of Nixon?
It might be Nixon.
I literally think it
looks like it's a pretty good tattoo of Nixon.
Which is about this. I mean, that's weird, right? Like, because
I don't get it.
I think I've seen tattoos of that Roger Stone guy in a Speedo at like a resort in Miami, like the Daily Mail or something like that. I'd like followed him along, and they're like, "Oh, here's Roger." And it's just him in a Speedo. He's old. He's crusty.
He's crusty.
And he's just got a tattoo of Richard Nixon on his back. Like the whole thing is like, okay, you can't trust that guy.
I think he's
just because of the nature around it. It all seems if you look at the algorithm of a human, that's a terrible algorithm. It's like, okay, you're old, you're wearing a Speedo, you're at a resort in Miami, and you got a giant Richard Nixon tattoo. Like, I don't know. The trust factor is not there.
His judgment as a person. Are you saying? Are you judging?
Perhaps.
He's also a swinger.
Oh,
he's also a swinger. That's the icing on the cake.
That is the icing on the cake.
It seems, knowing some swingers, that they tend to be a little
weird,
off, a little off,
unhinged. Some might say
it's not a normal thing to want to share your significant other. It's a very abnormal thing.
Cream pies and pineapples.
I mean, so abnormal. It's like in the how different it is. It's like, okay, you get off and watch some guy bang your wife, or you want to strangle the guy that's fucking my wife. Hey, stop it! Stop fucking my wife. Isn't that what any normal human being? You're like, you hold me back. I got to stop this right now. Instead of, what's up with that?
You shake their hand afterwards. I don't know, the whole thing.
Go out to breakfast.
Video them. Things.
And your wife's going just nuts, and you're like, well, she never did that with me.
And afterwards, she's telling you about it, and you're going, wow. Anyways.
That's the second round. Initially, you watch, and then you tell me a story. A blind tattoo shop, I'm telling you, it could sweep the nation.
Okay.
You make money, you close. You make so much money, it doesn't matter. You only paid like a couple $1,000 in rent, and you made $100,000 off a bunch of suckers, and the fad's gone now. You close down,
all right,
walk into the sun.
I'll give you another fad. You ready for this one? Along the same lines, not quite a blind man's tattoo shop, but I did send you in your email, there is a new one that came out today. He's a mute rapper.
See?
Literally, yeah. And I guess I honestly didn't watch it the whole way. I just was like, oh, mute rapper. I'll send that along because that seems.
Is it Mory?
No, that's an even
Las
better
Vegas?
one. But
mute,
no.
Oh, it's right. It says mute rapper. That would make sense.
The Mory one, it might be my favorite clip of all time, just for the record. This is a mute rapper.
Oh, okay. This is in the Congo.
No, I think his name's Congo.
Congo has produced Africa's first mute rapper named MC Baba.
MC
Baba? Baba? Baba?
It could be any one of the three.
All right. Wow.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Can't top that one. That's pretty much it.
I mean, the sad thing is, it seems better than most of the rap I'm hearing today.
I'm not seeing much of a difference.
At least it's got a good beat.
Do it again.
I don't even understand what I'm seeing.
What's okay?
I'm
Just
here-
so
it's,
I'm, what
it's
is
unique. It's unique.
what does mute mean? Like, what's the very like? I have a feeling I know what it means, but I don't want to like get it wrong. Do you know what actually mute means?
Mute means you can't talk.
So he's talking. I mean, he's doing something.
If you can do that, can't you talk? I mean, if you can go, ah! I mean, that's a lot of. That's more than talking, right? That's hard. That's how.
That's.
That,
Can he pronounce hard R's? That's the question.
I mean, like I had a deaf guy that went to school with me in junior high, and I mean, he seemed, he was a little off.
Okay.
But he somewhat, he seemed to function. But he was like, he couldn't really talk. So I guess if
And he went to school with you? No, I don't mean that bad. I mean like
yeah,
like same grade, same classes.
I think he went to special classes
Okay.
because he was.
How are they even getting through that? Like,
That's the story of Helen Keller. It's like, so maybe I'm now that I'm looking back on things like the moon landing, and
now that I take a step back from the situation,
and the Vietnam War, you telling me you took a young girl who couldn't see, hear, or
so she was a mute.
whatever. Yeah, she couldn't see or hear.
Okay.
So she has no reference of anything ever. You have no reference of anything other than touch, and teach her to. I don't know. I think she taught her to play the piano and tap dance or something. No, she taught her to talk and communicate, or else just to communicate. I can't remember. It was the miracle work. I think it's all bullshit. That was like hundreds of years ago. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I really am trying to remember what the Helen Keller thing was, because you're right. I mean, as we've talked about numerous times on the program, it's like, okay, history's bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
So
it's all myth.
You have to go back and question it all, including Helen Keller. So she was a mute, much like this gentleman. Is that kind of the idea?
Yes, and blind as well.
I think he's blind too.
Well,
or he's just really cool with the glasses. I don't know.
I don't know the way he's dancing. I don't know if he's blind without careening all over the stage.
Have you seen Blind Lawrence dance? The guy's got moves.
Oh, this is like blowing me away. No.
All right, call me crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy.
All right. But is it just me, or is he carrying a particular like pattern tone?
It seems to be.
It seems like a rhythm.
It wasn't a bad little tune that he was carrying there.
Like he's going along, like it's got a flow.
Yeah, it was definitely had a pattern. Yes.
So that makes him better than 90% of the rappers out there.
I kind of agree with you because I was kind of getting into it. I was kind of. I'm gonna look this guy up and I'm gonna download that.
He's got my full support. Because you know why?
But if you can't hear, how do you know how to carry a tune like that? It's almost impossible. That's why they can't. You can't talk. If you're stone deaf, you never even. You might talk, but you don't understand that you're not saying the letters right because you don't hear them, and you'll never hear them. And people can't tell you to say it a certain way.
That's one of my biggest fears about if I ever were to go deaf, which my hearing is not great anyways, dude. I mean, 25 years of wearing headphones is not friendly.
Nope.
But one of my biggest fears is like, okay, if you go deaf, okay, I know how to talk, I know how to speak, okay, I can talk like this, but I wonder if once that goes away, if you can't, you're deaf, can I still read the room and whisper or talk loud or talk normal, or do you lose that entirely?
That'd be very interesting.
Because that's
to
the part that
suddenly
would
go
suck.
deaf and you think, well, I know how to talk. I've been talking all my life, and and people are like, your wife's constantly going, no.
Yeah, you're like, this guy's an asshole.
You're like, no, you're causing a scene. You're like, oh, I thought I was. That'd be interesting.
I don't know how it goes.
I'm-
I don't want to find out either.
I've never heard of anyone who had their hearing for most of their life and then went stone deaf and how they talk.
Man,
Never heard that story.
Y-
Somebody should make that story.
Oh no! Well, there is a story out there. There is actually one out there. It was a movie. It was on. I think it was a Prime. It was about a drummer. I mean, it's not a documentary, but it's a movie. Really good. Might just be called The Drummer. I don't know.
Was it true though?
I don't think so. But it was a really good movie because the guy, he's a drummer, and then all of a sudden he goes deaf. So his band is like, you can't really do anything for us anymore, and he's going, my life is over. So then he has to basically start over. So it shows him like the struggles, and then he goes to a school where he learns how to sign and all this stuff, and kind of starts his life over and realizes that, like, hey, look, living in silence might not be that bad. Which there's
it's a big good excuse not to listen to people.
I mean, it kind of, look, some days don't you just want to live in silence? If you could just everybody just tone it down a notch. It's not that bad. I mean, Donna's in there cooking sausage.
Nah.
I'd rather listen to music.
Yeah, I like a little noise in my life.
Yeah. Either way.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Well, those drummers.
The drummer.
They also get
So
that.
couldn't you, as a drummer? So drummers is just timing. It's like timing.
Yeah.
Everything's timing. So as a drummer, you just have a metronome there, and you just know how the song goes. It's like 1, 2, 3, and you just follow that metronome, and they go. I know the solo's coming out. I don't know.
So just what you did there, the 1, 2, 3. Just so I'm clear, because I don't know. Once you go deaf, does that also happen, or are you able to keep your same tone?
I don't know. I think you think you're keeping your same tone.
I'm worried about that. I'm worried about all of a sudden I'll be like, Manton, you want to do the tone? And I don't know what happens there. I don't have an answer for it.
Rush Limbaugh pretty much went stone deaf, and they got those cochlear implants.
Yep.
Which I'm sure aren't nearly as good as ears.
Or as old people call them, ear candy.
No, you
Yeah,
got the inside
implants.
ones where they dig out your ear.
The good ones. He was rich enough to get the good stuff.
So, and he said to me he sounded different when he was. That was a very later part of his career, but he just sounded different because he was old.
Did his propaganda sound different through cochlear implants?
It kind of did. Didn't have the same appeal. That's why I jumped off. The Republican bandwagon.
Didn't he go deaf because of pain pills, which I didn't even know was a side effect, honestly? But isn't that what
it is? And he did. And
how many pills was he doing to go
massive amounts of
deaf?
pills. He was a pillhead, doctor shopping and all that stuff.
But when you think pills, it would do anything, kidney, liver, heart, brain function, anything. Except go, I'm deaf now. Like, I wouldn't have even equated those two, right? Isn't that weird?
It's so I don't understand how pain pills work to begin with. So I got broke my elbow and it's throbbing. I had surgery. It's throbbing.
Mm-hmm.
You take the pain pill. It seems to go right to whatever you hurt. It's like, oh, my stomach hurts, and you take the pain pill and that goes away. So it's so effective at hitting one little spot in your brain that controls the pain.
That's where it's
weird.
That
I can
is
still
yeah.
walk. My muscles are working. My nerves are working, except for that one pain nerve.
It's very strange, and that's where I have the that like little struggle in my mind. Like if you go back to like the COVID and stuff, and you go, okay, they fed us bullshit, right? But then you go, however, some of those drugs really work, like you're saying. Okay,
they do. They work.
So it's like for every for every 10 great, fantastic, miracle drugs, are you dealing with 3 that are not so great or going to cause you long-term issues? Like, I don't know. That's the give and take with vaccines or the medical community in general, where it's like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I can take an Ambien, and go to sleep, which is great. But 30 years from now, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they come out with a study and go, Well, if you've been taking Ambien, you're completely screwed. And you're like, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You know, much like the Ozempic things or anything else. Like I feel like eventually the other shoe's going to drop on this stuff.
To me, the Ozempic thing is, okay, you're injecting something into your body once a month or whatever for a long time. I think sometimes for life. It's like, you got to stay on the Ozempic. And you're trusting that this is safe from these companies that continually make these drugs that kill people. It's like, how are you just so
But they also make drugs that help people.
Yeah,
so
and if you're 350 pounds, maybe it's worth the risk. It's like, yeah, it might F me up in some other way, but man, I'm a fat ass and I'm always going to be, because I'm never going to lose it. So I'm going to get surgery, or I could just take a shot a month.
Yeah.
And I think it numbs your stomach or something, which is bizarre. It makes you not want to eat.
I thought it. So the explanation I've been given is it just makes you feel full, but it gives you like that pukey feeling, like when you've just eaten too much and you're going, oh my God, I've eaten so much, I'm going to puke. It's like that feeling.
The only way you can get fat
permanently.
people not to eat is to make them feel like they're full, which they hardly ever are. Hardly ever. We got whole cold hard facts here. Come on, we know it's true. If I was fat, I'd be the same way. They're never full. You know, every once in a while they just gorge and gorge, and like, and even the fat person will go, no more. They had to make them feel like that.
Correct.
That can't be good for you. That can't be good for you. How do you do that? How do you do that?
What a mind F, right? Like in order to, like, how do you... That is a crazy thing. They go, okay, by injecting this, you are going to feel like you're full, and you're going to feel like you're going to vomit, and therefore you'll never, just by injecting this little, like, that whole thing's bonkers to me, how you'd even, deduce that in a lab and figure it out. Like, it's a weird...
it's bizarre.
It's kind of awesome, though, if you're fat.
So do you feel like that? Like
or pre-diabetic.
24/7. You feel like that... Because if it wore off, I got 8 more hours to my next Ozempic shot, and boy, am I finally hungry. Or does you just always feel like that?
I don't know.
Just always feel. What a horrible way to. When I feel like that, I'm miserable. I try never to do that anymore. I used to do it all the time when you're young. You just gorge yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, when I gorge, I'm just like, I feel so bad. So bad.
It's a terrible feeling as you get old. Like when you're a kid, you're like, I'm going to eat candy until I can't eat candy anymore. Now, yeah, it's like,
it's a horrible feeling.
It's worse than getting the spins on some level.
Both, that's bad too.
It's like the food spins.
That's bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Where were we? We've just gone off topic.
Yeah, we're way off
completely.
topic of deaf rappers and stuff, but we were talking about fads and stuff. It's like nobody picked up on the maggot. You got maggot.
I thought that was one. I really thought it was going to catch. It still has time. Well, Trump's had a tough week.
Or he's had a great week.
Depending on how you look at it, I suppose.
He's, like world record donations.
Yeah.
Poll numbers up. The plan is going exactly.
Hold on. Wait.
They are. The poll numbers are up, and he got $50-something million in 72 hours or something like that.
Crazy effort. But on my way here, because again, I'm just like flipping around news when I'm on the way here, and I'll typically, like, CNN's just one of those channels where it's easy for me to click on, so I'll click on it. And Jake Tapper's talking about, and this was news to me today. It was the latest issue with Trump was his guns. I don't know if you saw this or not.
I didn't see the gun thing.
And they're going, well, now that he's a felon.
Oh, that's right.
He can't have a gun registered in New York. And Trump has been a registered gun, which, if I'm not mistaken, to be a registered concealed weapons permit carrier in New York City is like the toughest thing ever.
Yeah, very little guns, few legal guns in New York.
A lot of hoops to jump through, a lot of paperwork, etc. And Trump apparently has had like a concealed permit for like 10 years or something like that. And then they're going, he's got another gun that's registered in Florida because he lives down here. And all I'm thinking to myself is like, one, he's got Secret Service, so he doesn't necessarily.
He doesn't need a gun at all.
Need it, right? But now they're equating Trump. Now they're doing the Trump and guns thing, right? They're like going, well, Trump has got guns, and now they're trying to I don't know. I feel like they're trying to make that an issue, and I'm going, it's not really an issue. But secondly, my bigger thought was going, what kind of gun did that guy have? What was Trump holding? What was he just roaming around the streets with? Because I can't imagine him just, with a 22. I imagine him pulling out something with some heat, I feel he'd have like one of those long, dirty, hairy,
He'd have one of the coolest, most amazing guns in the world.
Bullets.
Gold-plated. Gold-plated James Bond gun.
One of those Narcos cocaine dealer guns.
I think he would.
38 special.
It's so.
But he can't have guns now.
But he can't. So he can't. He's a felon. So you're someone who's got a little bit of common sense.
Thank
right?
you.
And you could listen to CNN, as I do sometimes, and go, "Wow, what a bunch of bullshit."
Yeah.
It's just like when you listen to Fox, and you go, "Wow, what a bunch of bullshit."
I operate in the gray.
You say, they're both paid actors. None of these people are journalists. I mean, they do. There are a few journalists on each side, but they're just talking heads. They're both lying to you, and you have enough sense to know that they're just trying. It's gotten so bad though. It didn't used to be this way. You used to watch the news with Tom Brokaw. He was trying to. Had an agenda to convince you of something that was unheard of.
It is strange to see networks, and they are like in reality what they are, whether it's to the right or to the left, they're both troll networks, right? Like I remember when I was a kid and the radio battle began of like the Power Pig and the Q105.
Yeah.
And it was like Q105 was the heritage top 40 station in the market, and Power Pig came on, and they were looking to, oust them quickly, right? They're going, we're the new station in town. That whole thing. You were a part of it,
Yeah.
But I was the kid calling Q105 and going, hey, man, did you hear what they're saying about you? And then they'd be like, oh, we're not worried about it. And then I'm calling the Power Pig going, hey, man, did you hear what they're saying about you? Like I was the 11-year-old troll, right? Working those angles. That is no different today. It's just with major news networks. They're like, we're going to troll you, and then we're going to troll you. Like all they're doing is, I don't really see much of a difference because they're not telling you they're telling you facts as they see them, but it's not actual. Factual.
Isn't it bizarre that we've got two entities like that on both ends of the exact opposites, but neither one is telling the truth? Isn't that crazy?
Or it's hilarious, depending on how you look at it.
They're telling great left-wing lies and great right-wing lies. It's like.
But if you're somebody, again, you or me that operate in the gray and you can see both sides of it, it makes it kind of comical because you tune to one and then you tune to the other. You go, whoa, oh man, they said that, and then you go to the other one. Oh shit, they said that, and then you can kind of, formulate your own opinion in the middle.
It used to be more comical. Now it's more enraging. You're insulting my intelligence. So I flip the channel to the other side, and I'm like, you're insulting but unfortunately, you're not insulting the intelligence of the vast amount of Americans who vote. Because
my mom's a Trumper, which is great.
See, I can understand being a Trumper.
Yeah.
See, actually, for the first time in a long time, I can understand because it was never so bad as it is now, as far as rent and food, which is in my lifetime
crazy.
In my lifetime, I've never experienced like this crazy rent and food inflation stuff. So it's so bad. I actually can understand if you want to vote for somebody who's going to change it, because you're like, change it, just change it, right?
Yes.
So you're not crazy if you want to vote for Trump, but they want to. It didn't used to be my opponent, if you vote for my opponent, you shouldn't. But now it's like, if you vote for my opponent, you're a lunatic.
Wow. See, here's the thing is, like with my mom, she doesn't get a lot of the channels. So she's exposed to OAN, which I think it's OAN.
OAN. What's OAN?
It is like hardcore right wing, nothing else. It is.
And they beat it in your head.
Bro.
It's a brainwash operation on all sides.
Straight up.
Bam, 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 bam.
You could sit here and tell me you love the right all you want. You'd still have to admit at some point in time that network is really laying it on thick. It's just the way it is.
Thick.
It's fine. But, like, that's what she watches. And then, like, a few months ago, like, I'm over with her, and she's like, oh, did you see this new picture I got? Like, she ordered, like, a Trump.
Oh, boy.
Like a oil painting of Trump, and he's looking up at the sky, you know, one of these things. And I'm going, okay.
Oh, my God.
That's awesome. I need to get a picture of you holding that just for me, not so I can spread it around or show anybody. This is just for my personal consumption, because that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And but I'm going, and I know she got it off one of those commercials that plays in the in-between, right?
Over and over again.
Like, get your limited edition. Yeah, just like the Trump baseball cards and all the stuff.
All the stuff.
And she got merch, dude. And I'm going, my mom got merched.
She got merch.
She got merched by Trump.
She got maggot.
She got maggot.
She got maggot.
I was like, they're really doing a good job.
I mean, the Trump, like the portrait of him, you know, looking at that's a great rib.
It's great.
If you have it in your house.
It's so good.
But it's also, if it's not a rib, it's a little.
I think it's pretty serious on her end.
Yeah.
But I also went to see her this past weekend, and she had purchased a new picture of Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
I don't know.
Just of Abe?
No.
What's he doing?
Okay,
Is he getting, now, if there's a Ford Theater shot of him getting his head blown off, that's a good conversation.
There's no back and to the left. There's none of that. It's just Abe, and he's got 2 African-American kids on this end. I think one's reading a book with like angel wings. And then there's like 2 white kids on the other end, like symbolizing he was building this bridge kind of thing. And I get it, but like, I don't know. I don't want to go into.
It's a weird picture to have.
It was.
It's weird.
I guess this is growing up. I don't know. The artwork, the art community's got to be going crazy.
Those Abraham Lincoln pictures are selling like hotcakes. What's going on in this country?
I don't know.
I don't know. What's going
Start it over.
Congo. It's this MC Baba. MC Baba. You're not going to get this anywhere else. Only on the best podcast in the Bay. Only on the best podcast in the Bay.
Oh.
The Hang with Mike and Matt.
That's right.
Best podcast in the Bay.
That's right, Mike.
You lost interest in that already?
No. Should we? I'm interested.
I'm interested too.
Okay, so for anybody listening, I don't know, you know, if you're going to download the podcast or listen elsewhere in the country, or I don't know what people are listening. Yeah,
all the different platforms that we are on.
So in the area here, there's a thing called creative loafing, and I think various cities have this throughout the country. And
lifestyle magazine kind of deal.
And they have a thing called Best of the Bay. And each year there's awards given out for, you know, best artist, best recording studio, best radio station, best everything, right? Best landscaper. I mean, it's a various
a best
cornucopia
of the Bay, best of it.
Yeah, best restaurant,
pizza,
blah, blah, blah.
best pizza, best this, best haircut, best everything.
Best everything. And they have a best podcast category. And I saw it today because the voting or the nominations opened up. And I sent you a text, and I'm going, and I just put a little curious face on there. I'm like, I don't know. To me, it seems funny.
I mean, that we should be in the Best of the Bay competition?
Well, one, I think we are.
I think if you look at
I think we literally are best of the. Like,
if you
I'm
look
not,
at the podcast in this Bay area, we're head and shoulders above all of them.
I'm sure there's some fine podcasts out there. I'm not. See, that's the thing. I'm not even like. But I think for what we do, and I think it's good.
See, yeah. See, I'm not a humble guy. I don't like to toot my own horn, but you're talking about two guys who were instrumental in pedigree in a radio show almost becoming the best show in radio history.
Shoulda, woulda.
We're this close.
Couldn't.
And it's not like we're low down. We're in one city and we dominated. Like, we should be the best. We were on Sirius Satellite Radio. Howard Stern's almost his heir apparent, or at least his favorite son, which makes you, the second best in radio.
Yeah. So I don't even look at it like that. And I hate to say it. I just look at it for what we're doing now, right? Just you and me hanging.
Excuse me for talking about a pedigree.
I just think it's a good listen.
People want to hang.
I just think it's a strong.
It's a strong listen.
So, we're not sitting here being egotistical.
We're just.
It's not a radio telethon. It's just.
We're just fantastic conversationalists.
It's the art of conversation.
And we want you to vote for us.
For the love of the game.
Feed our ego.
But that's kind of true. Now, there is a certain amount of it. So I don't know how it goes. I think, I don't know. I don't even want to walk through people through it because I don't even know how to do it. It's just up for nominations now. So it's not like you can vote
just
for.
Just give them the website. And
I don't even know.
Well, you email me the website.
Okay, hold on.
So just give them the website, and then they'll be able to figure it out. Right?
Okay, so it's
better than we would.
It's BOTBTampaBay.com. So standing for Best of the Bay, TampaBay.com. BOTB. So like Best of the Bay.
Best of the Bay.
TampaBay.com. So there's, from there, you can go to nominate people. And I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and nominate ourselves. That would be egotistical.
Sounds like something somebody else would do for sure. The Hang with Mike and Matt. The Hang, get your nomination fingers a dialing.
But I do think it would be funny if we got nominated, and in a serious way and also a comical way.
Cool too.
It would be cool, and I think that
then we'd actually have to get a picture of us together in a serious setting.
The stuff we could do, if we actually got nominated, and then it got into the voting round, and things got real. Like that would be.
They get down and dirty.
Down and dirty. It would be like, how they do like the Emmys. Like you got to you have to jockey for your votes to get an Emmy. It's not, or an Oscar or whatever. You don't just get it. You got to,
What you're saying is we'll suck your dick if you vote for us. That's what we're saying.
That's what Mike said.
Okay, Matt, we'll give you a hand job. I'm ready to get. I'm all in. On the Best of the Bay.
Or you can just nominate us.
BOTB.
TampaBay.com.
Best of the Bay. The Hang with Mike and Matt.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know who else around the area needs it or wants it.
Who else is giving you this? Who else is giving you this?
All right.
Snookman says,
if we win the award, that will be our speech. Once we collect the award, we will get this down.
That's our walk up. As we collect the award, that's our walk up music.
Yeah, we got tuxes on. We walk up to the stage.
Oh, we got a total of baby blue tuxes on.
Yep.
Get the award. I'd like to thank all of you.
And if we don't win, the election was rigged.
Is it rigged?
If we do win, everything was fine.
But
what did Snookman say?
Snookman. Well, first Snookman said, he's right here. He said, "Does Donna think this is how they talk in the Congo?" Because she's famous for thinking any other country other than like 5 or 6 well-known countries.
They just talk.
They're all third world.
Yeah,
everywhere. You know, she's like, they have cars in Yugoslavia. I'm like, yes, they do have cars in Yugoslavia.
She's so smart.
She's very smart about that. She's very bad with dates.
Dates, I get.
She's very bad, and she thinks that all other countries are third world. Other than that, she's smart as a whip. So, you know, everybody's got their weaknesses.
That's fair. That's fair. What's a second world country? Like you hear about first world and third world. Where's the second come into play?
You don't even hear that, do you?
It's either it's binary. It's 1 or 0, dude.
First or third. I never even thought of it that way. Where's the second world country?
Second world would. Let me think.
I don't even know how to.
Let's go El Salvador.
It was third world for sure.
I feel like they're coming up.
Or are they just first world now?
I don't know. I feel terrible insulting El Salvador if they are first world and we just called them second world. I don't know.
I don't know if they're first world. I've seen some videos of how. I mean, they have troops guarding the streets, but it looks like everybody's having a good time.
These things happen.
Just don't have any gang tattoos, or you're serving, a life sentence in prison. And sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you have to
round them up.
A couple innocent guys get rounded up, but it's for the good of the many.
Oh, one of those. That's some propaganda, right? Like that's.
But that's what he did.
He did, and he did a great job.
And it's a lot better place sometimes.
Although those prisons are like hardcore, and there's like no separation of the prisoners. I believe it's just kind of like open air. Like, hey, get after it. There's no cells. It's not like you're getting locked down. It's just kind of like. I mean, I don't know what they got shanks made out of there, but,
Maybe to be a good society, you got to break a few eggs.
Oof. That's teetering on the line.
Look at the direction we're going. El Salvador's on the way up. We're on the way down.
We're
getting all out. He said, I bet, if he's smart.
I mean, they're loving Bitcoin, which makes me a fan.
If I was the guy who's in charge of El Salvador, I would send all those guys in those prisons on a bus to the United States of America. They can just walk right in.
Not anymore. Not after the executive order that was smacked down.
Only 2,500 of them can walk in a day. Yes. Only 2,500 people can walk into the country illegally and unnamed and undocumented.
So here's what I was thinking, and I've heard this before in the immigration argument, and I don't know how this executive order would affect it, right? But the argument before I heard was going, hey, look, the bottom line is you can get in, right?
Yeah.
You just have to know what to say, right? So like yesterday I was watching the executive order, and they're going, okay, if you have a medical emergency or a child, like there's different stipulations,
stipulations, right? For sure.
So I feel like if you were to really dig into this executive bill, there's probably some sort of language loopholes where what happens is the illegal immigrants that may have not said anything before and just moseyed on in, perhaps.
Yeah.
They just have to say something to get them to be allowed in. It's more of like a language thing. It's just like, why are you here? Oh, well, I've got a medical emergency. And then they go, oh, well, we can't deny that. Like one of those sort of things.
That could easily be that. And then it'll come out that happened and the immigration didn't change at all.
Exactly.
And half the people will go, God told you. And then half the people will go, that didn't happen.
Yes.
And so that's where we are.
But there's always those language loopholes, and all it takes is a little trickle down from the folks that got in here and go, hey, man, here's all you got to say. You just say this. Much like if during COVID when you wanted a PPP loan or whatever, it was like, what do I have to do to get this? It's like, hey, man, here's what you got to do. And then you go, oh, okay.
Oh, I should have called you.
Don't call me. I didn't get one. But like.
See, we didn't get one. And then, after a while, we're like, man, look at all these mother effers. Yep. We were like, let's get one. They're like, nope, luck. Too late.
Yep. Windows closed.
We already gave them to a bunch of people in Nigeria and a bunch of rich people in your neighborhood. And the car dealer and the lawyer. And it's like, man, that was the biggest one of the biggest transfers of wealth was
Oh.
COVID, and that's part of it.
Yeah.
Those PPP, so all the typical government, they just gave all the money to the rich people.
And the loan forgiveness where they're going, don't worry about it. It's fine. And I'm sitting there going, somebody's going to pay for it.
The college loans?
Oh, no. Like all the PPP loan forgiveness programs.
Oh yeah.
Not just the loans, the loan forgiveness that came along with
as
it.
long as you kept your employees,
Yeah.
you got it for free. It
Isn't
wasn't a loan. It was
free money.
It was free money. All you had to do was keep you. And if you were making money, it didn't matter. You got that loan.
Yep.
You got it for free. Everything went along as normal, and the government screwed the average guy big time. You owned a small business, a bar, when nobody's coming because they wouldn't let you come.
Yeah.
They don't want a bunch of people in drinking beer and talking about what a scam's going on. That's what they don't want. That barbershops.
Yeah.
You know where people talk? Bars and barbershops.
It's true.
And they shut them down. The only places they really shut down.
That's so funny. If you go to your email, I did send you one. It's from the Las Vegas, like local or whatever, and it says something like, I don't know if it's 4 years ago today. Does it say it on there?
4 years ago today, Nevada casinos were allowed to reopen after a 78-day shutdown due to the COVID pandemic. Las Vegas immediately began to heal.
This video is great. This encompasses everything that was COVID. Just him wearing a mask, burning a heater, playing a slot. Take his mask down.
Oh, well, he's not breathing in. He's just breathing out.
But like this to me is like the perfect example of everything that was completely wrong about everything in society at that moment in time.
When I watch this video, I go,
it's sad.
They can do whatever they want because we've already been thrown into this where people can behave ridiculously.
Yeah.
And it's now the norm. Now ridiculousness is the norm. Look at this. This you got videos like this in different scenarios all day long. Look at that. Oh, thank God we can now open because it's safe. It's safe.
But they make you wear a mask, but you want to smoke a cigarette.
You think these casinos were policing these people?
Nor
hardcore?
should they have.
No.
You know.
They don't get. They just. He's got a mask on. They're good with the government.
It's crazy.
What a scam.
I mean, look at that clean bill of health right there. Come on. COVID wouldn't have affected that guy anyways. Look at him.
No way.
He's a stud.
It's all in the genes. Some people like anything else.
What do we got in chat? Anything good? Is everybody going to BOBT Tampa Bay?
Snookerman says you can vote for yourself all day. It's a scam.
What?
Oh, well, you brought us down to zero, Snookman. Can you?
It's only a scam if we don't win. If we win, it's great.
We're just looking to get nominated.
Yeah, we just want to be. I think that's funny. That's funny enough.
I mean, in the nomination, they have to put like world-renowned talents to make sure that you know that the Mike and Matt of our pedigree.
I don't know. I don't know how it goes.
I don't know. It might be. I'm sure it's.
Don't say you're sure it's a scam. We're trying to suck up to the best of the Bay over here.
I think we got to make a donation to the. To creative loafing, a donation, and you're all of a sudden you're the best of the Bay. That's
all right,
what I'm thinking.
Want to take out a quarter-page ad? We should.
I bet it's expensive in this day and age with inflation.
What would
check it out?
A quarter-page ad. What if we did a full? That would be great. If we just came up with something really.
What if Len Carr got us a full page?
Is he the sugar daddy? Come on, baby, Len Carr. Come on, Len Carr.
Carr is our sugar daddy. We fessed up. Len Carr is our sugar daddy.
We need a whale out there.
We got a few whales.
That would be great though. If we just took out a real ass full page ad.
Then we'd have to get a picture with get a picture.
But it'd have to be.
It's got to be a rib. Right?
Yes, completely.
Like a rib picture.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
It's got to be good.
Got to be
Got to
good.
be good.
I don't know what it would be yet.
Can you give me that website one more time, Matt?
BOTBTampaBay.com.
Well, we're gonna have to write this down because people cannot remember it. You know.
No, it's like Best of the Bay. So
BOTB.
BOTB TampaBay.com.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
All right.
And-
BOTB Tampa Bay.
And we're not looking to win at this moment. We're just looking to get
We're
nominated.
just looking to get in the game.
Just want to be in the ballot. We want to be the independent.
We're just looking to. Hey, look. Let's just get real, Matt. We're looking to walk up to the stage to accept that prestigious award. It's so good. So good.
The only thing that's better than that is the Mory Povich one I sent you, which I don't know if you want to take a break now or what, but it might be.
I do need a new beverage,
All right.
so we'll come back with the Mory Povich deal.
It might be my favorite. I've been howling to this thing for the last week, nonstop.
I'm definitely gonna go find the entire version of this song. For my own personal, we're not going to play it here. This is for my own personal pleasure.
Oh, I'm going to be riding up to the Wawa, windows down, volume cranked.
I'm telling you, I can see this going to number one.
Welcome to the state of music.
It's way better than Nicki Minaj right now.
Number one on the charts right now is Congo. What's his name? Mac or something?
MC B-A-B-A. MC Baba.
MC Baba.
Baba. MC Baba from the Congo.
From the Congo.
From the Congo. Check him out.
Yeah. Download it now on Spotify.
See now, I'm not prepared. I don't have anything
This is why we're going to get nominated for Best of the Bay. See, it's the fact that we're hanging. There's no
hanging, and I'm now I got to find something that's uncopyrighted to play. It's a real pain in my ass.
I wish we had the whole version of MC Baba.
Then it's probably copyrighted.
Oh, that's true.
Everything's copyrighted.
But see, is he really gonna know?
He's not. He's not gonna know. It's like I'm not playing MC Baba to make myself money. I'm playing it to promote MC Baba.
Yeah.
Well, nobody knows of MC Baba before we just played him.
MC Baba rules.
God.
Guy's awesome.
Okay, I'm just gonna play some music here. We'll be right back with more of the hang.
hello, I'm Mel Tillis. You know the country singer. You know, wild horses couldn't drag me away from a concert, but a bad headache could. Aspirin tablets can be hard on the stomach. That's why I take Jolly's headache powder. I can't let a headache dictate my life. I need to run on all six pistons. Jolly's contains twice as much aspirin as ordinary powders. Mix a Jolly's headache powder in your favorite cocktail, and you're good as new. Ask for Jollies.
You're listening to The Hang with Mike Manson Waters and Matt Spice Floyd.
That's talent right there. That's talent.
I love it.
MC Baba.
Good stuff.
Welcome back to The Hang. Don't forget Cluster F tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Also, check out the clusterfshow.com. The VIP section will have the Hang Overtime on it. Also, the latest edition of 1000% Pure Lies. 1000% Lies. That's
Wait, you got another episode of that?
Oh, yeah. Okay. What?
I haven't heard him yet. I gotta listen to these.
Oh, God. So did I tell you about it already?
You told
last
me
week?
about I thought you said.
Yeah,
Did you do 2 or you have
this
3
is, I'm
now?
on my. This is.
Oh, that's tremendous.
I've done 3, and I've gotten through 22 minutes of 59 minutes.
Can we do one? Can we do one together on the Hang OT? Can we do?
Oh, I don't know. That might get too ruthless. It might be a bloodbath.
Can we do that?
Oh, I don't
Like, can we
know.
take the Hang OT at clusterfshow.com and just do a one-off? Or not.
That's worth the price of admission right there. I'm telling you.
I don't know. Just a thought.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want you to have all the fun.
I-
How come you get to have all the fun?
I was thinking of having Trace in too, because he was doing a big thing about Trace, and saying,
Oh, really?
I mean, I could do the whole. See, it's so easy to get triggered. I hate using that word. I don't use that word. But boy, talk about getting triggered.
I like unzipped.
One on the first episode, I got unzipped so bad that I got through 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute. The first episode, I was like, all right, let's listen to it. And I stopped it every 10 seconds going, oh my God, the lies.
Oh, I
the
want in on
lies,
this.
the fucking lies.
Why do you get to have all the fun?
Because I got a studio.
Yeah. All right.
So, I forgot what I was talking about.
You were saying you were on your third installment?
1000% lies.
Only at clusterfshow.com?
On the clusterfshow.com, the VIP deal. He's the best part was he's talking about me that I was trying to convince him to hire Trace, get in on the show because Trace is so talented. And it's like, trust me. Do you think I want to get my son involved in that bullshit? Seriously?
That never made sense to me.
I gave him, the CDs of Cluster F when we were going on the 98.7.
Okay.
And I said, I think Cluster F would be good in the middays. And he may have even come to me. I can't remember. He may have said, we do Cluster F in the middays. And I was like, here's the things. Do you like these breaks? And he came back to you and said, Trace is so funny. Oh, my God. Trace is so funny. And I was like, okay, cool. He's like, we got to get him in the studio. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, and Manson had this idea that Trace was the funniest guy. He is all him. So everything is. Then I can go off on the lies. I can tell you,
Sure.
and I can tell the truth. It's cathartic.
Come on, let me do one with you.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
We'll get through about 40 seconds of audio.
It's astounding. It's astounding how everything he says is such a work.
Not a work, a lie.
A lie.
Yeah. A work is when two people are in on
It's true. It's true. I'm trying to think of it. The best thing is he was talking about Tracy, and he was like, and he was a liar. He's like, hey, and he's like, just stop, buddy. Just tell the truth. If there's one thing I hate, it's somebody who sells a lie. It's I just like, all right, show's over. Show's over. I mean, you come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's easy.
So so it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so much fun too. It's
That's
like,
low-lying fruit. Now, what are you
it's-
listening to the cucks content? Like, what is it? Is it
It's on YouTube.
okay? So it's just
I'm hoping for a cease and desist. I'm not going to abide it. Then I'm going to get a lawsuit and get some publicity around here, bitch.
oh man. Oh, I'm gearing up for one of those. Oh wait, never mind. Can't talk about that.
Fantastic. Life is good. Life is good. Or is it? So I alternate between, man, I got a great life. Everything's rose. It's like, what is the fucking purpose of this bullshit? I think about that shit too much.
It's funny. There was a thing called. You ever heard of the fucking?
No.
Okay, so the fucking is literally. I screenshotted it because it is a great word for
Fucking.
It's when your day is going too well and you don't trust it and some shit finally goes down. It's there it is, the fucking. Like that's how I feel most. It's at some point.
So I'm not that way.
Oh, I'm
I don't
always
get-
on guard.
I like when I'm in my rosy mood. I'm just like, rose things are coming up roses, and then everything's good. Life ain't bad. I don't have stomach cancer that I know of until I get an MRI or something.
And then
Everything's great.
there it is, the fucking.
I do something. So it could be a product of the weed. You lie in bed and you go, oh my god, you think everything's gonna.
Did you get
something
paranoid?
bad's gonna happen? I lie in bed even when I'm not stoned. I lie in bed sometimes. I go, I try to be appreciative, and I was like, everything is fine. Everyone I know is fine. All the kids are fine. The grandkids are fine. My mom, my in-laws, everybody's fine.
Before the fucking.
I was like, but God, it's guaranteed that in 2 weeks, a year, 2 years, it's gonna be real not fine.
And then that's what.
The fucking.
Here it is. It's right around the corner. It's just when is the fucking going to take place? That's all it is. I broke out my Oculus
Yeah.
the other night. It's just been packed away for a while, but when I was taking my sleeping pill, I was like getting up and moving around too much. So I was like, all right, maybe I'll break out the Oculus and just try to settle in, right? So now I got these goggles on me. So last night I'm on I've got my sleeping pill in me just to try to just put me down like a tranquilizer.
Ambien and Oculus.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dangerous combination.
Or it's awesome. And
Until it's dangerous.
until the fucking happens.
Exactly.
Right? So in this case, the fucking is, my daughter coming in the bedroom and filming it
Oh my God.
as I have the most severe case of hiccups, right? And I've got Ambien, hiccups, and
Oculus.
an Oculus strapped to my head. And I find this out today. She's like, "Do you remember?" I'm like, "No, send it to me." And look at this.
Oh my God.
You hear that? That's,
No, I
that's
can't.
you didn't hear the
I couldn't
hiccup?
hear. Oh, I couldn't hear the hiccup.
Oh,
Here, let me.
It's just me hiccuping with an Oculus on. And I'm going, oh my God.
Probably heard the hiccuping. It's like I got to get this
It's-
action.
I mean,
That's
look
my.
at this.
That's my dad.
Look at
That's
this
my
scene.
dad.
Look at this scene of me on the International Space Station on my Oculus. Sorry.
Yeah, you know, you might as well take the blue pill, take the Ambien,
Bro.
hit the Oculus.
Hit the Oculus?
You know, if we could all have Oculus 24/7 with a food feeder tube up to us, you know, and a waste plug up our ass, would it be so bad? Would it be so bad?
You know, I look at those catheters sometimes on people. I'm going, so let me get this straight. So they don't really have to do, they don't even have to work for that? That's just, somebody changes a bag? Like they don't even have to do that? Like it just comes out?
You just sit there and it comes out.
Man, I don't know.
That's a life. Bladder life. Even better. Yeah.
That's the best of the bay.
What about poop? What about poop bag?
Colostomy bag? Or is that
That's got to be rough.
a poop bag? Yeah.
It's got to be rough.
That's a tough one. Yeah. Wouldn't like that.
Unless somebody else was changing it. You're just lying in bed.
Yeah, because but
this is a life.
like, what if you forget to change your, like, then it's backed up. It's, you know, I mean, you really got to take out the trash on that one. You can't miss.
You got to be
You can't miss that date.
thinking all the colostomy bags would be lying around Trace's bed at his house right now.
Would he be too lazy to change it, or he would just
imagine
forget?
he would do that.
Smells like crap in here.
It would be. He would forget some stuff though. Oh, I forgot to take out the refuse can of bag waste.
What do you do with that, anyways? Is that considered hazardous
Do you put it in
waste?
the toilet? Do you
Or do you just put it in the trash? Like, is
No,
it like?
because I don't know if you.
But wait, okay. If your dog poops, you pick your dog poop up in a bag, you tie it in a knot, and you put it in the trash can. What would be what all of a sudden would make this hazardous waste? Where it's just a giant dog poop, essentially.
I was thinking. I really didn't think it through. I was like, oh, you guess you got to empty your colostomy bag and squirt it.
Oh God! Oh.
But I guess you just throw it. You got to throw the whole thing away because nobody wants to deal.
Like a
that.
mayonnaise bag from McDonald's.
Yeah, nobody wants. So I was totally off on that. So I guess they give you like, you know, for a month you get like 30, 40 refill bags, right?
Oh.
I don't know how. I don't know.
Ugh.
They don't really talk about the logistics of colostomy bags. It's a societal no-no.
I would get lost in it. They would tell me instructions like, so I'm going to need you to write down a workflow on this. I need.
Just a YouTube video. That's all I need.
He's like, what if you miss a step? Then what?
I
Like,
think it's pretty easy. It's all set up and it's got a little.
oh, you think it's so easy to? You think it's so easy, huh?
And you screw your bag on, and that's I'm telling
Oh, it's
you.
real easy.
I'm telling you.
Coming from a guy who doesn't have a shit bag. It's real easy.
I'm telling you, that's it.
Why don't you talk to somebody with a colostomy bag?
Just plug it right in. It's
So
a
weird.
snap. It's a snap.
Wait, you got to I have to show you this Mory Povich thing. If you can pull it up on your email, please. I was going across this clip and I found it and I'm going, it was just hilarious to me because you remember these talk shows, like how they would do people that have like fears of stuff and they would have you confront your fears. Do you remember any of these? I mean, surely you remember Mory Povich.
Yeah, that was. I mean, Gary Cox. That was his deal, wasn't it?
What was his a spider thing? This guy, he
Yeah.
So if you were afraid of spiders, he
Yeah.
would then confront you with spiders. What would he just put them on you, right?
If you were afraid of spiders,
Which seems
this man with a blonde glitter afro would put a spider on you, and he got famous for it.
But what was the goal? To just not make you afraid of spiders by torturing you with spiders?
Yes, you're like you faced your fear.
It doesn't mean you're not afraid of it when it ends. Okay, if I was afraid of spiders and Gary Cox comes over and puts a bunch of spiders on me, it doesn't mean when I leave there I'm going to go, oh, well, I guess I'm good now. Like I'd still be afraid of spiders. I just happen to make it through that particular episode by having spiders on me.
I think Gary Spivey paid 2 people a week.
Was it Gary Cox or Gary Spivey?
Oh, I don't even. Yeah, it was Gary Spivey.
I don't know.
It was Gary Cox.
He was some other guy. It was Gary Cox in this. I can't remember.
Too many Gary. Gary Spivey with the Afro guy.
Okay.
He had the Afro in the Spider deal. I can't remember about it. Gary, I can know Gary Cox is.
He wanted to be a guest a bunch of
because
times.
you get Gary
or something.
Cox.
Yeah,
That's
it.
how I know Gary Cox. Gary Spivey. All right, here's a.
This lady's terrified of olives, and the fact that Mory.
Is Mory grabbing her breast right now?
No, you'll see. It's great. This one cracks me up.
She's terrified of olives. Okay.
Mary, you won't let go of me. Oh, yeah. Bring out the olive.
What are you talking about? No way.
Bring out the olives. I think it's the way he says it. I cannot stop laughing at this for the last week and a half.
This had to be like at the very end of Maury's career. He was running out of things to do. He's like, bring the olive lady in.
His wife, Connie Chung's like, why don't you bring out some olives?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here we
Bring
go.
out the olive.
You gotta watch her run away.
Oh, I gotta get it one more time.
Bring out the olive.
Why you can't tackle a woman? You can't tackle a woman who's afraid of olives.
So good.
Let go of
She's
me.
not hurting anybody. You can't tackle her. You tackled her.
Bring out the olive.
Bring out the olives.
Mary, you won't let go of me. Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Bring out the olive.
I guess TV isn't so bad nowadays.
I mean, that's way better than anything you'll
Bring
see
out the olive.
on CNN or Fox. Bring out the olives.
That's the most preposterous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Is that? Come on, that's great. If she really was
She's
deathly
not.
afraid of olives, and he's just going, you won't let go of me. Bring out the olives.
I mean, it's great TV.
It's hilarious.
It's great TV.
It might be the best TV ever.
I wonder how many people believe that she's terrified of olives. And does this do the Mory writers come up with this in the room, right? There's not a lady who writes into Mory and says, "I'm afraid of olives." Which one is it?
Okay.
It could be either one because people get in on that shit. They're like, "I'll say that I'm afraid of olives."
It's a combination. They've got a really, I mean, I don't know how it goes now, but at the time, you've got really, really good producers. Like really crack staff, right? Who are finding all these weirdos, right? I mean, you got a country with a lot of weirdos, dude. So
There's a lot of weirdos.
you can find some weirdos out there. It's just a matter of how are you going to bait them into coming onto the set,
You pay them.
signing off, give them a couple $100 for
$200
food in the
bucks,
hotel, and then all of a sudden they get on stage and they got Mory and they're going, it's going to be great. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be cool. And then Mory brings out the olives on you, and then it's on.
Bring out the olive.
You got to get that drop.
Good.
Bring out the olives.
It's very Vince McMahon, right? Bring out the olives.
He's over it. He's like, I used to be a journalist. Bring out the olives.
I used to be a reputable member of the media. Bring out the olives.
Now he's having somebody bring out a gallon-sized jar of olives.
Yeah, how'd you like to be the producer that's like, I've got the olives. I'll be toting those
I
out
had
here.
to buy 32 small jars and put them in this giant jar.
Let go of me. Oh, yeah. Bring out the olive.
And the other producer backstage tackles
It's
the
like,
woman.
that almost lends authenticity to it. That I mean,
I legit think this one's real.
She
Mary,
tackles
you
her,
won't let go of me. Oh, yeah.
and there's no way that Mory is gonna put his hand up under this woman's tit.
That's true.
He's not gonna do it.
I think this one's real.
If she didn't she didn't make him do it, he's not putting it there because that's a me too. He does seem to be enjoying it though. With that look on his face.
She's really afraid of the olives.
Mary, you won't let go of me. Oh, yeah. Bring out the olive.
Here comes a tackle. Tackle her. She's afraid of olives. Tackle the bitch. What the hell?
That's so good.
Oh my god. See back.
Wait, I love the fact that the producer has her face like.
What does that mean?
Wait, the face
What does
on the
that
producer
mean?
is covered up. It's blurred out. Like
Why-
the producer
why
is so
is it-
ashamed that she had to bring out the olives.
Bring out
Why?
the olives.
Why is her
Mary,
face
you won't
blurred?
let go of me. Bring out the olives.
Why is her face? Why is her face blurred?
Bring out the olives.
She's ashamed to have worked for Mory Povich.
She filed a lawsuit. Said I can't be seen bringing out these olives. The low part of my career.
Watch the producer tackle her.
She got her too. She got it. It was a good tackle. It was a strong tackle.
That might be the best clip in all of talk show history.
I've never seen that clip. I'm surprised I haven't seen
Isn't
it.
that great? I've been literally, I will play that maybe 70 times a day, just whenever I need a giggle.
I never I never really watched like Mory or what's the other guy? I think Springer. I never watched Springer, man. A bunch of white trash beating each other up. I didn't need to see that.
You didn't need to see it, but there was a time and a place for it where you kind of like, everybody needs that little like release of BS TV kind of thing. That was it. I mean, it was a real commentary on society, right?
That was a while ago.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
that's
society's going downhill.
Can you imagine Springer today? It'd be shooting. Instead of, how they get in fights, it'd be people just shooting people.
Okay.
Bring out the olive.
Bring out Trump and bring out Biden. Those two would literally seem like a Springer episode at this moment in time.
Can you imagine?
That's the debate. That's how you do the debate.
Springer style?
That's it. Just let it eat.
There's no mean. It can't be a debate.
What are
Something's
they doing?
going
They're
to
doing
happen before the debate.
They're doing speakers off. Is that what it is? They're going to just turn their microphones off after they answer.
Oh, so Trump can't interrupt.
Yeah. Biden can't interrupt because
He's lost.
can't interrupt. Yeah. It's going to be a doozy.
I can't. I mean, and I guess, in this day and age, you got to pick a side. But it's so pathetic that the best. This should be the most intelligent, bright, fantastic man or woman in the United States right now. It should be the top two. We got these two 80-year-old guys who ain't had a new thought in decades. Can you imagine? They should. Hey, 80 years old is too old to be president.
Bring out the olives.
So sad. It's so sad, but you got to pick, and you got to pick one.
Yeah, oh yeah,
you got
man.
no choice.
You got RFK.
You got the guy who talks like that. I can't even. How does he talk? Yeah, he talks like this. Yeah, he's like, listen to me talk for half an hour.
He looks like he sounds like a messed up cassette tape.
He's fantastic. Yeah, it's like you can't. It's just, I dig what you're saying, buddy.
Look, dude, I like you. I really do. It's like breaking up with that. I don't want to. Look, I'm not trying to break your heart. I like you. You're a nice girl. However,
can you imagine? Okay, so you're like, hey, we're gonna play Taboo this weekend. We invite Jane and John. They're a great couple. Should we invite RFK and his girl? You're going no. Okay, this word is a word that is no. I think it's a party killer. It's a party killer.
Yeah,
it's tragedy.
Look, on RFK's bright side is he's for his age he's devastatingly handsome and built. Right? Like, I mean, he's
on the growth for sure.
Juiced up
to the max. He's jacked.
But thank God he is.
I mean, do some push-up.
Because like if
we need a president on growth.
Totally. But if he looked like if RFK sounds like he does, but he looked like Biden, he would have never like
no
that
way.
would be
no way.
That's it. Game over, right?
Nobody even know who he is.
Fortunately, he looks like the 70-year-old guy on every ad that you go to that follows you from website to website of
he looks like the after photo.
Yeah,
of
just
the old guy.
Jacked.
What's that guy?
I don't even know. He just looks super old in the face, but his body's like
super old. He's super jacked.
The body of a 20-year-old.
He's pumped full of more chemicals than you can imagine, and so is RFK. But hey, if I had a voice like that, I might be taking the growth too. You got to compensate.
Pardon me. Do you have any steroids I can purchase off of you?
You got to compensate.
And he's doing a fine job. I mean,
I'm not going to talk to you right now, but I'm going to take off my shirt. See, you can take your shirt off and people go, yeah. And he's a Kennedy.
And the fact that he's married to Cheryl Hines from Curb Your Enthusiasm, one of my favorite shows. I'll be honest with you, that gives him 2 points in my book.
It would be cool to have Cheryl Hines.
Be amazing
as the first lady.
Is Larry David going for RFK? Has he made? Because he's a very democratic.
He's very
guy.
democratic. Yeah. So I don't know if he's going for Biden or RFK. He's very anti-Trump. So
yeah.
See, Biden just gets the anti-Trump vote.
Wouldn't it be great if he could get the Larry David vote, right? If RFK literally could, and all he had to do was put Larry David on a commercial going, RFK's pretty good. That could be it. Like, that's literally a game changer. If he could get the Larry David, rub, that would be a nice push.
But I don't know how big the Larry David rub is. When you talk about
bigger than you think.
I don't know. When you talk about HBO success, you're talking about a few million people.
No, but you're talking about Seinfeld. You could put Larry David, the creator of you build them up.
If you're not like savvy like you and I, and you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, and you can associate Larry David with Seinfeld. You're already light years ahead of the average American citizen. They're like, what?
Okay, let me put it like this. Compared to any of the RFK television ads or digital ads I've seen so far, it would be better than that.
No, you're right. And
a quick little comedic hit.
Because Larry David was
pretty good.
He would have come up with something that even the mainstream people would think was funny.
Yeah.
And it would give him a big pop. Better than anything else. It's a losing battle.
Yeah.
It's going to be this is they're not even going to have to try to steal the election this time. However, whoever the powers that be want to win, they'll blame it on RFK. We won. The losers will say, "Well, look, RFK took away all our votes," and that's the excuse. And they don't even look into the election.
You know what the weirder part is RFK has he's got a condition with his vocals, right? Mm-hmm. But what he's saying is coherent, right? His message is on point. At least he knows what he's saying.
It's a lot more sensible than the message you're getting from either party.
Right. But if you listen to Biden talk, yes, he doesn't have any issues with his vocals, but his messaging is messed up. And that's how vain America is. It's like, we'll take the guy who doesn't know what he's saying, but he talks normally, as opposed to the guy who talks a little off but knows what he's saying. Like that's
true. That's America.
Isn't that weird? I mean,
ageism is so much. Anyone that has like a defect like that voice you're automatically that's a tough
10
road.
points right there.
Tough
Gone.
road to hoe.
Yeah,
I don't think you're gonna do it. Can't do it in America.
You know, I was watching. I think it was the immigration thing yesterday, and they showed Senator Mark Kelly, who was a astronaut back in the day. And I don't know if you've seen this guy lately. And I don't know if you're able to Google him.
Senator Mark Kelly?
Senator Mark Kelly. It's Kelly. The dude he looks just like Mr. Bigglesworth. I can't look at the guy on TV without thinking about Dr. Evil's cat. Like, that doesn't even give a good representation, an accurate representation of how he looks.
Won't give me a good picture. Won't give me. They never give me a good picture.
The good press pictures. Can you click on images on that one at all? All right. I don't know. You just find one where he's got a lot of skin. There you go.
Mr.
Doesn't
Mark Kelly.
Doesn't he look like Mr. Bigglesworth?
How do these people
from Austin Powers?
I can't remember what.
The hairless kitty cat. Just picture a hairless kitty cat. Does he not look like a hairless kitty cat?
He doesn't look that bad.
Oh my God. He looks hell. He looks like hell.
He looks like hell. I mean, he looks like hell. But hey, how old is he? He's only. Wait a second.
I mean, he has been to space.
How old is this motherfucker?
Yeah, I wonder
Come
how old he is.
on. It said how old he was. I hate it.
It did?
I hate the internet. Here we go. History. How old is bitch? Fuck. Give me mother.
I'll find it.
I hate the internet.
You love the internet.
Mark Kelly Wikipedia. I got it.
He's
Come on.
60.
He's younger than me.
Is he?
Motherfucker. Do I look like as old as this fucker?
Mike, you look fantastic.
Jesus Christ. If I look this old, I'm going to shoot myself tomorrow.
All I know is he just looks like Dr. Evil's cat. That's all I can think about when I see.
Like hell.
And that's the weird part about some of these politicians is they get
How they get elected?
They get mentally typecast in my mind, and then I can't see them anything other than that for a while.
Getting back to the Biden thing. To me, it's so preposterous that, okay, we've done 4 years with this guy, and it's been increasingly obvious that he's really not somebody who's making policy, and he's really not competent to be president. But you know what? We're going to run him again. And it's like, okay, well, I'm pretty much done with that being that the political process is real, because you would run somebody who was vibrant and had a great message. You wouldn't run a guy who's hanging on to life and can barely climb stairs. Our country is an embarrassment now. We're not first world anymore.
Don't get all fired up.
Second world. We're the first second world country.
How about that Hunter Biden thing? There was his ex-girlfriend testified today and was like, yeah, he woke up, and as soon as he'd wake up, he would smoke crack. It's like, oh, shit. And then she called him charming, but he's very charming.
There's plenty
charismatic, I believe. Well, yeah, he's charismatic. He's just smoking crack. Like,
it really brings on the charm.
Yeah, like,
maybe we should smoke crack the next show and see how charming we are.
We'd definitely be the best of the Bay if we just
smoke some crack before the show. It infuriates me that like Hunter Biden's he's a political thing now. Mm-hmm. So there's no making fun of Hunter Biden on one side for sure, because that's, we're too divided. It's like everybody should be celebrating the humor that is Hunter Biden. Oh, this guy's a maniac. He's a crack-smoking prostitute, amateur porn-making, bad business dealing.
Reminds me of a couple other people I know.
Sexual deviant. Self-destructive. He's a maniac, and for the first time in U.S. history, the president has a total maniac as a son, and nobody gets to talk about it, and we can't laugh about it. It's like, well, I'm out. We are no longer legitimate. This should be the funniest thing ever. Well, he puts pictures on his laptop of him weighing crack.
Weighing crack, and then like having a gun, the very gun that like he's in question of, just open. Then he wearing no pants. Then there's one where he's wearing like
a gun,
like a diaper, and he's got like a scarf around him with these glasses on. Like the whole thing is, I mean, the
picture with the tidy whities.
Oh my God, it's great.
And the red scarf,
so
and
good.
The aviators. It's like, and you know what? That picture is well known.
Which
really
is
have to search for. It's like
crazy.
This is the best. If you look in the scope,
if I was Trump, I would put use that as your campaign. Like that's the picture. Like that's the official one. Even though it's below the belt or whatever, but use it.
It's so preposterous.
It's so
and you
good.
Can't find it, which is pretty. You can find it, but you can't just Google picture of heart. It's not a prominent.
Hold on.
They bury this stuff, and it's infuriating because that's comedy.
Hold on. Do that. If you were to Google it right now, right, and you just put Hunter Biden, what do you think? Underwear?
Yeah, it'll probably come up because I made it. Hunter Biden. Now that those pictures are going viral because it's in a fucking trial. Oh, give me images.
Come on, images.
Oh, it's right there.
So good.
Right
Look
there.
at that thing.
It's like That's my Halloween costume this year.
Yes.
That's a winning Halloween. See, but not enough people know about it.
That is the.
This is so good. Look, the white, the red, and is he wearing
God.
Is he wearing cleats?
I got news for you. You and me are gonna be wearing the same Halloween costume because that's it.
The AV. I'm gonna have to. I better. Yeah, I got a couple months to lose these roles. Don't have to lose it all. He does. You know.
He's on a crack diet. You gotta give yourself some grace.
Got a little punch. He's not no washboard there. Look at that. Oh, sorry. Let me see. The people want to see it. Where is it? Where is it?
Look at that one. He's just
see. These are
naked,
all the pictures. Look at all the pictures.
The naked gun. Like he's just naked with a gun.
Here he is, cracked out in a bathtub. Here he is.
A couple whores. Here he is naked. Naked gun.
Peanut block. Well, that's about. It looks like about a 4-inch block. Oh, here it is.
There it is.
Here it is.
I mean, dude, it does not get funnier than that.
That's a good picture. Now, what's this? It's like he's got something going on.
I can't really see it.
A bag of coke, crack in his fucking jockstrap. I mean, he is kind of the man, right?
He's got a 10 rock in there.
You know, this guy went, I'm the vice president's son, and I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
And you know what's so messed up?
He did.
Well, and here's the messed up part is you look at him now in that picture with the underwear and the scarf and being all cracked out. But yesterday when he was walking into the courthouse and he had his suit on, and he had his little like notepad or whatever, I was like, dude looks dapper. Like he looked dapper.
Are you telling me he's pulling this off right here? I think he's kind of in context. He's kind of pulling it off.
I'm saying when he looked that good in the suit walking in yesterday, and he looked normal, even though he could or could not be may or may not be a crack addict right now. Like I have no idea. Like he was pulling off the suit to where he looked political. He looked like Gavin Newsom, right? And then you go, but then there's this.
And we're all hypocrites.
Sure.
We excoriate Hunter Biden and the disgrace. If I went up to a bar here and I was sitting at the bar and Hunter Biden walked in, I'd be going, "What's up, Hunter? Hey, nice to meet you."
You'd mark out?
I would. I'd kind of mark out.
I wouldn't mark out.
I would not mark out to Joe Biden. I would not do that. But I would mark out to him because of who gives a fuck? It's Hunter Biden. Guy's on crack.
That's the exact reason why I wouldn't mark out to him. Is because I'd be like, who gives a fuck?
This picture.
I mean, the picture's funny. I would maybe try to get him to drop
buy me a drink. Look at this. I mean, you're not marking out to this. You're not marking out to this.
No, it's a crack addict carrying a gun. Like no, like that to me. He's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, come on. You're at the bar.
But he's not at the bar. No.
I'm saying you meet him at the bar.
If I met him at the
he walks right up to you and says, "Hey, how's it going? What are you doing?" You turn your back. You snubbing Hunter Biden. You gonna read him the riot act? What you doing, buddy? What you doing?
Real talk. Unless somebody told me it was Hunter Biden, I don't think I would know.
You just talked about how dapper he looked.
He looked good in the suit as I was watching on TV.
You wouldn't recognize that Hunter Biden face? I call bullshit now.
Not in a bar. I don't think so.
You fucking wouldn't. I guarantee you.
Look, man, I'm not trying to like.
I'm dying on this hill. You would recognize. Okay, hang on a second.
If I did recognize him, I still don't think I would care.
I don't. Okay, this face right
Call
here.
it weird.
This face walks up to you. He's looking good. He's Hunter Biden. He's got crack rocks in his pocket.
You know what
he's with 2 prostitutes, and he says, "Hey, what's up? How about this?" He says, "Hey, what's up? Gonna buy you a drink." What do?
I wouldn't even recognize him.
Would you take the drink? You wouldn't. What?
I'm being honest with you. I would be like, he looks like any other asshole in Citrus County.
You know who he looks like? You know who this motherfucker looks like right now? He looks like Hunter Biden, bitch. He looks like Hunter fucking Biden.
He's not that recognizable to me. He doesn't have... Look, if Mick
I
Jagger walks in, I would go, that's Mick Jagger, because Mick Jagger looks like a completely unique individual.
He's in the news.
He just looks like another crackhead. Unless he's in the suit.
I don't know if I can go on with the show. He's very recognizable. He's in the news.
BOTB Tampa Bay, ladies and gentlemen. BOTB Tampa Bay.
I'm taking the BOT Tampa Bay.
BOTB Tampa Bay.
BOTB Tampa Bay.
Nominate us.
Best in the baby. The Hang with Mike and Matt, formerly Spice Boy and Manson.
We will. We're gonna.
Fuck. Nominate us. All of you motherfuckers.
We'll take out a full page ad. We'll both dress like Hunter Biden in the diaper and the scarf, and lobby for your votes. And if we win, that's hilarious. If we don't, then the election was rigged.
I wanted to make a billboard, a cluster F billboard with this picture, because I think it would have, but I didn't.
That might be
I'm
better
not a
than.
doer.
You remember like the famous pictures throughout the course of history? Like remember the Tiananmen Square, like the guy with the tanks.
In the tank, yeah.
The Hunter Biden picture is. I mean, it's up there.
If the guy
It's up there.
If the guy in Tiananmen Square had been wearing this,
Stop those tanks.
if only. With the tank, I can see. I see history's so bad. I can't remember if the tank. Did they squash the guy?
No.
Okay, so the tank stopped.
Yeah, the tank stopped, and if I remember correctly, they fired bullets over top of him to try to get him to move, but I don't think they ended up running him over.
So you.
I don't even know if that dude knew what he was doing. He might have just been like,
Okay, I'm gonna throw something out.
Sure.
Here. There's a possibility
was
that was fake. It was a work. You know, if you think about it, you have to think about everything in history now. Now that you realize everything, how fake everything is, that everything is a work. And down to Tiananmen Square, the guy standing in front of the tank, that could have been a whole thing. They know what they're doing. They have the biggest psychological experts telling these governments how to do their propaganda. I think that's how Germany, Hitler rose to power. He had Goering or Goebbels, one of those guys who knew how to manipulate people.
Yeah. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean,
and there's a playbook for it.
Dude, there was
the Nazi playbook. You just take you can see how you manipulated an entire country. And that's what you do, right? It's fail safe. It already worked once, and people are dumber now.
You ever see these videos of Putin where there's one floating around now where this kid kind of like they're posing for a picture, and this kid kind of accidentally gets in the way of Putin.
Yeah.
And it was like, rip, like rest in peace, kid. Like that ain't. And I'm sitting there going, Putin is like that to me when you can get the propaganda level up to where all you have to do is have a video of you getting a picture of people and somebody steps in front of the picture and people automatically assume that you're going to kill them because they got in front of your picture. That's heavyweight shit, right? Like if Biden was doing the same thing and a kid step in the picture, nobody's putting, rest in peace, kid. Like that, it's a different level of fear or something like that. Like they operate in different ways of fear.
Or is that even true? Is that
propaganda?
I mean, who's putting up that?
Yeah.
I saw that thing today, and it was put up by somebody in America.
Mm-hmm.
So is that us buying into the Russian propaganda? I'm sure
I'm totally buying into the Russian propaganda.
I mean,
as far as his fear level goes, I'm totally buying into it.
I mean, he was KGB.
Yeah. That guy is not a joke.
So he's not a joke. So it could be, it could be true.
But it's like,
have you seen the one circulating about the bodyguards?
Yes. Again, equally as heavy when you look at the propaganda of, okay, here's the bodyguard for Kim Jong or was it Xi Jinping,
Ping Xi Huang Tong,
and Putin, and they just probably gonna both give each other the stare, and they're like, "Yep, respect, respect."
I don't know why, but that's cool. For some reason, it's cool.
For some reason, it's cool.
It's just the way they do it. It's like grudgingly, but I'm doing the same thing you're doing, buddy. But I'm doing the same fucking job you're doing.
And it's like, I love America. I love my country. But if I'm lining up all three of those leaders, if I'm lining up Biden, Xi Jinping, and Putin, and I'm going, which one's more badass? I don't know, because they're badass in different ways, right? Like Biden's a badass in terms of like, he's gonna get you. It's just gonna be a bit more surgical. Right? It's going to be in a different way.
I disagree. I don't think he controls anything.
Well, or I take it back. His people are going to get you.
But
Putin is going to be like, put poison in the underwear Xi Jinping's going to be like, I don't know what that guy's going to do.
But
Like,
it's not going to be good.
he's a wild
not
card.
Gonna be good.
It's not going to be good. It's wild
He's
card.
a wild card. But don't you think there's something, everybody's human. Everybody has these guttural instincts. Don't you think there's something about the person in charge of your country when they are, Putin's not a huge guy, but he's in shape.
Yeah.
That somebody who's physically, like when Trump pulls in Putin, does that mean anything in the international?
It does.
Don't you think it does?
It does. Yeah. It carries weight
and
for
when
some
you
reason.
see the guy stumbling off the stage, you're like, this country's a joke. It kind of proves our country's a joke because he's not in charge. Everybody knows he's not in charge. I don't care what your political disposition. But you could be a Democrat. If you're a Democrat, you should want them to put somebody in fucking charge who's not Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. Can you give me a stud? Can you give me a thinker? Can you give me a revolutionary thinker, you fucking cocksuckers? No, you can't.
Hey, Mike, if you don't like America, you can just leave. Love it or leave it. Don't criticize it.
We're the best shitty country on earth. And so I'm going to stay right here.
And we were talking about, me and my kid were talking about like just our defense systems last week or whatever. And yeah, it's that old argument of going, we're not paying $9,000 for a toilet seat, right? Like where is this money going? They're saying that we're spending, all that. And I'm going
somewhere.
And I'm going, yeah, I'm like, it's going somewhere. Like I'm of the hope. That it's going towards some sort of defense system that is so good, and it's something that we don't even know about.
That would be good.
That when the time comes, we will have such a strong defense that, it's like
pew. We win the World War in 10 seconds.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
And it's like, where did that come from? And then the president comes in and goes, yeah, remember you guys how we're bitching about the $9,000 toilet seats and hammers? There it is, bitches. And you go, oh, okay, now it makes sense. That's cool. Right. Respect. Like, that's what I'm hoping is going on.
It's not.
I don't know.
It's not.
Let me hope. You know what I'm saying though? Like,
that would make sense.
Wouldn't that be great? It's like,
it would make sense. I mean, you're talking about a government that's very intellectual and cares about the people, and they're the only reason it's a white lie. It's a white lie to the American people that they're paying $900 for a hammer, and but really that money's going to protect you.
That's the hope.
That ain't the hope. They ain't doing that.
Wouldn't it be great?
They've stolen $35 trillion.
I know, but let me have the hope.
Cocksuckers in the world.
Let me hope that we're not spending 10 grand on a toilet seat.
But even if you're the biggest criminal piece of shit in the world, you do want to protect yourself. So that's our only hope. Is they've managed. It's a hard check for them to ride. We can't steal this trillion. We gotta spend it to make the best weapon in the world. Don't you think that's what you're right?
That's the hope.
You're right.
And it's like, okay,
hopefully,
if it goes down to nukes and it's mutually assured destruction, and that's always been the gig, is like, okay, if we're screwed, you're screwed. But then all of a sudden we're like, you thought it was mutually assured destruction, but we haven't been spending $10,000 on hammers for the last 20 years. Booyah. Like, I know it's such a simplistic way of saying it.
We've been spinning it on the Platinum Dome.
Yes.
Nothing gets. You thought the Iron Dome was badass? We got the Platinum Dome. The only flaw is, I think, when people get so corrupt.
Oh, don't poke a hole in my
people in power get so corrupt they can't even accomplish anything because the people that they've put in charge of everything are just fucking grifters and cronies, and nothing gets done at all. Yeah. Like the $1 trillion the infrastructure bill. They just nothing's getting built. They ain't doing shit.
Blowing a hole in my ideas here.
I'm sorry. I'm the ultimate cynic.
What's going on in chat or anything we haven't? I apologize.
Oh, look at all this chat that I'm not talking about. Let's just get. At least we could say who's.
Thank you all for listening.
Triple-edged sword. Ned's Navy. Ned's Navy's. He's always in the chat.
He's a stud.
The Vampire Jeremy. I don't know if he's in there tonight, but he's on a 156 stream watch streak, which is pretty fucking impressive. What's up, Sucka Free? Big Kahuna. Thank you for being Todd Clem.
Said no one ever.
Said no one. B Bumpy. Sean fucking Raz. We appreciate you being Traps a Crabbin. squanching in here. Do you watch Rick and Morty?
Never saw it.
Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's it's like anything else. You have to get into it. You have to really the characters and everything. Watch a few. It's so well written, and it's so the violence is probably more than any show at all. But it's cartoon violence, so it's like
Is it an old show? Or it's on currently still.
There are in between seasons.
Okay.
I don't, do you know the whole thing about that?
No.
The creator, Rick and Morty, and it was it was starting to catch on, and it was like in season 5, and it's really good, and it's got a huge cult following. And the creator got accused of some kind of domestic situation.
Okay, sounds familiar. Yeah.
And he divested himself from the show. They got imitators for the last season to imitate he created it, and he's the voice guy for most of the characters. He does all the voices, but they got different people to do the voices, and he's gone. And then you know what happened? I bet you could guess. He got exonerated. It's one of those things that once you're accused, your whole life falls apart.
Tell me about it.
Exactly. And then there's no one.
Getting that back is a tough task.
The retraction
always small.
It's like almost. And by the way, that guy we accused of something didn't happen. All right, moving on to the weather.
Yeah.
That's what. So that's what happened to him. It's so well written, though. It's just smart. It's really smart. You would think of.
I will check it out.
Smart. It takes a while to get into it, but. Some of it's really. I don't mark out to a lot.
Smarter than South Park.
I don't want. It's different. They don't do a lot of the politics.
Okay.
I'd say right on par with South Park. South Park, as they became more political in the end, man, I was a huge fan.
Okay.
Are they on like Peacock or something now? Where's South Park? I see them still doing it. But it doesn't record them because they're not on Comedy Central. Where is South Park?
I don't know. I still watch it on Comedy Central, but it could just be old reruns. I don't even know.
Oh no, they're still on reruns.
And then they do Peacock too, I think.
I think it's only Peacock.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know that.
South Park.
But it's gonna suck when one of those dudes passes away because you can't do. I don't believe you can do that magic with somebody else. Like. The chemistry and the way that those dudes write together, like you can't just if one of those guys passes, I don't think you can find somebody to vibe the exact same way.
Nobody ever. Once you lose like 50% of a creative team,
you
rarely see the other one.
You can try to replace it. But it can't. There's no way it would be the same magic that show has been for. What it feels like 30 years.
This is the 26th season.
It's crazy.
It says it's available on Hulu.
Okay. Yep.
Amazon Prime, YouTube, Apple, Fandango. Well, where is that? So there's no. Is it on Hulu? Amazon?
Bro, I've got streaming fatigue. I can't keep track of all this stuff.
I'd like to know where they are because I don't get them anymore. And I was, I'm a huge fan. Now I can't figure out where to get fucking South Park. They took it away. It's like Daniel Tosh. Does he still do a show?
No clue.
He went somewhere else, and I kind of see. That's the problem with it. It's like being like what I did. See, I'm my own worst enemy. Okay, so we went to Twitch, and when something I love leaves, sometimes I kind of look for it, and if I can't find it immediately, I just go, well, I guess that great thing I won't watch anymore, and that's what people.
Yeah,
because I'm on Twitch. It's like Twitch that's a tough nut to crack.
Dude, it's so funny when I got let go from the night show, right? And I had a lot of people, just, whether messages and Twitter and Facebook, what's going on? And I never really responded to anybody because I wasn't in that place, right?
Yeah.
And what do you? And I'm literally in my head. I'm going, dude, they'll move on. I'm not under any illusion. People just move on. Like, and that's okay, right? It's
what everybody does.
Yeah, it's part of the thing. And it's like, okay, station's going to move on. Salespeople are going to move on. Audience will move on. They'll cleanse and move on. There's other stuff. Like, it'll be fine. Everybody's going to be fine. But like, yeah, some of those folks will be like, they'll do that move like, this station's never going to be the same without me and all. It's like, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll figure itself out. Don't be under any sort of illusion that.
Yeah, it's like 98
people
Rock.
forget.
Yeah, like 98 Rock right now. They're not 98 Rock like when we were on it. It kind of 90. Everybody knows who's on.
Different
98.
era.
But they're fine.
Yeah,
they're making money. They're fine.
Exactly.
Nobody's walking around with 98 Rock T-shirts now, or they're just
it's fine.
It's fine, and they're making money, and it's the way it is. People don't like change, and people will very rarely seek out things.
Yeah, but it's
bizarre.
It was always that thing like, well, if you get fired from a station, or somebody got fired from a station, they'll go perfect example would be with the Sirius thing, and it was like, okay. Now, keep in mind, we never got fired from Sirius. We chose not to actually, we didn't. Somebody else chose not to resign.
Well,
right?
they sold it to us. They sold it to us,
but in reality, they did offer a deal, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The cuck chose not to resign. That's whatever, right? But then he started this campaign of going, call them and tell them why, tell them why you're canceling all this. Guess what? It's been, a decade?
You're still there.
They're doing just fine. Everything's fine.
People don't care. People don't care that much.
Not that, it's temporarily care.
People who are so loyal to you that they're going to go out of their way and cancel something. They're not going to do it.
It'll be fine.
They're just not. They're just not.
People have loved ones that pass away, and it sucks for a bit. And every now and again, a year later, you think about that person. You go, man, wish they were here.
It sucks.
And then you move on.
Yeah, it sucks to be Johnny Rah Rah, because I was just like, if you present what was presented to us to leave Sirius, you can shine that turd up to be really nice and appealing, to be kind of a revolutionary first in. We got a loyal audience. Drop the tray deal.
Now, how about these Numis coins?
And then you realize that you just got suckered. Yes, but the thing that goads me. The thing that goads me is we didn't need to get suckered. We could have made that a viable thing. But what killed me is you got all. I don't know the numbers. I don't know how many people towards the end. Were you there when we dropped IO, or that was after you left?
No, I left just prior.
So I don't know how many people were in IO, but we were giving them an hour show every day of uncensored, and I imagine plenty of people stuck around for that because they were loyal. They dropped the tray in the first place, and to just quit on that, it just boggles my mind. That extra hour of bullshitting with you guys is really hard, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
Which, speaking of an extra hour of bullshitting, we will be doing this at clusterfshow.com. There will be an extra hour of bullshit.
That's right, and I would never stop doing it for the fine people.
All you have to, how much is it a month?
It's $14.99, my friend.
Okay.
But I'm an elite radio personality.
Bam.
Elite. Drop that.
Drop the. I was going to say $5 if it was 5 spot, but it's a 15.
Well, it's only
it's
only $6.99 for the podcast.
Oh, well, there you go.
I mean, you can listen to the. You
drop
just can't
the
see
$7.
You don't need to see our lovely faces. Drop $6.99 for the podcast. What I often say on Ned in Your Head on Friday mornings, Matthew, is do you people understand that on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock you heard the hang, and then on Thursday morning at 8 a.m.
the best of the Bay hang.
The best of the Bay hang, and then on Thursday morning at 8 o'clock you heard Cluster F, and then on Friday morning at 7:45 you heard Ned in Your Head in a span of 40 hours. You don't even, What the fuck aren't you? This is better than any service out there, any stream, any Netflix. In that 40-hour span, you've heard so much solid gold. You don't even understand. The Hang, Cluster F, and Net in your head in that tiny.
It's solid. I don't know if it's better than Netflix.
Netflix, man. How many? You know how many
I mean,
hours?
new season of Bridgerton.
Are you
know.
watching that
No,
shit?
I'm kidding around.
You know, I spend most of my time on the weekends wasting is Don and I going through Netflix going, no,
Yes,
no,
yes.
no.
I'm telling you.
And then we go to Amazon Prime and buy something.
Streaming fatigue. It's real. It's real.
All right, I think we're about done.
All right.
About done with this. Thank you so much for tuning in live on a Wednesday night at 6 p.m.
All right, so a couple things.
Oh, yeah.
One,
Couple things.
clusterfshow.com. Two is BOTBTampaBay.com. That is for you to nominate us. It's not for us to like win this award. It's just to get in the running to win Best of the Bay, which if you help us, it's hilarious. If we get in, great. If not, even funnier.
What a rib! What a rib!
It's the whole
what
thing's
a
a rib.
rib on all those subcar podcasts that usually succeed when they finally someone with talent gives them this.
Oh,
This. That's what we're giving. We're giving everyone else in Tampa Bay this. Help us do that.
I thought we were hanging. I don't know.
Where we're hanging, and
That's true.
then we're giving people this.
We're doing it for the love of the game,
For the
folks.
love of the game.
So do that, and then also check us out on Spotify, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, iHeart, all the places where your podcast can be heard and downloaded. Check out The Hang, give it a like, subscribe, etc. Through YouTube.
And YouTube. I mean,
All
let me
that
check. Let me
jazz.
check. I don't want to upset you, but are you YouTube? Where is it? 325. That's not a little subpar.
We got throttled.
We might have got throttled.
Systems rigged.
Systems rigged. There's no way only 325 people to visit.
No way. Not
By
possible.
the way, Blitz, if you're listening, we're looking for a good click farm, buddy. Come on, buddy. Hey, Blitz. You know you're listening. Did I ever do anything? Did I ever say a bad word about you? Never, ever. Help us out with. See, the only thing is this whole rib about him getting fired for $200,000 of Jeep parts in 2 years. It's
280,000.
yeah, it's not true. It's all so he's still with the guy. So otherwise,
it's all work.
otherwise I know you would help me, Blitz. Click farm me up, bitch, bitch on the sly, bitch. So I got $50 burning a hole in my pocket. Come on, Blitz. Give me some click farm shit on the slizz-eye.
Let's say.
We'll see you at the VIP of the Hang OT momentarily. Thanks for everybody who tuned in live. We really sincerely do appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
And you should put a feather in your cap for your fucking taste. You guys got it going on. See